Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Stephanie.
I am Tom.
This is day 2, and we're still on customer service complaints. This one's a little different than day 1, where we had a lost toy dinosaur, or a misshipment, you could say, a shipment that delivered the wrong toy, stuffed animal. Now we're talking about a delayed package. So you placed your order, and you waited and waited and waited, and it never arrived. That's happened to you too, hasn't it, Tom?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to listen to 2 letters. These, instead of a phone call, we're going to use email to communicate with the company about our delayed delivery. And then the response from customer service, we're going to listen to an email written by Sarah Thompson and the response by Michael Brown, who's the customer service rep. Right now, though, we're going to listen to this. And then we'll be back to talk about some of these words and phrases. Stay tuned. Subject, order number 78342. Delayed delivery. Dear customer service, I am writing to express my frustration regarding my order number 78342, which I placed on your website 2 weeks ago. According to the tracking information provided, my package is still in transit, and I have yet to receive it. This is unacceptable, especially since I ordered these items as Christmas gifts. Could you please look into this matter and provide me with an accurate delivery date? If the items won't arrive before Christmas, I may need to cancel my order and find alternative presents elsewhere. Sincerely, Sarah Thompson.
Subject, RE, order number 78342, delivery update. Dear Ms. Thompson, thank you for contacting us regarding order number 78342. We apologize for the delay in delivery and any inconvenience this may have caused you. We have contacted the shipping carrier, and they have informed us that due to the high volume of holiday season deliveries and a shortage of drivers, there have been some delays in their delivery schedule. According to the latest update, your package is expected to be delivered within the next 2 to 3 business days. To make up for this inconvenience, we would like to offer you a 15% discount on your next purchase with us. Please use the code HOLIDAY15 at checkout. Once again, we apologize for this situation and appreciate your patience and understanding. If you have any further questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact us. Best regards, Michael Brown, Customer Service Representative, Tony's Toys.
Okay, guys, let's look at the first email here. It's from Sarah Thompson. She was the one who ordered the product and did not receive her product. It's been a delayed delivery, it says. We don't know how long yet. But she says, I'm writing to express my frustration regarding my order. Well, she tells him right there she is frustrated. She's kind of upset. Maybe she needed it for a certain event. You know, sometimes I'll order things. Maybe I ordered a dress, for example, and I needed it for a particular event. If the delivery is delayed, then it was kind of like a waste of money. You know, I didn't need that dress. I remember there was a concert and everybody was supposed to wear pink. I don't really own any pink dresses.
Me neither.
It was primary kids. They were just all these youngsters that I was playing the piano for. And I thought, oh, what a waste of money. I didn't even need that. And because it was coming from America, by the time I returned it, I wouldn't get my money back.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, delayed delivery is a big problem.
Right, and of course I avoid this problem myself by simply not delivering or not ordering anything online. Of course, when I buy clothing, I like to buy it from a store directly because I'm kind of big and I want to make sure the size is right. But sometimes you do need something for a special occasion, and that's what's happening to Sarah Thompson in our program. So here she's writing a letter. The subject is order number 78342. It's all about delayed delivery, and she begins the letter by saying, Dear customer service, I am writing to express my frustration regarding my order number 78342, which I placed on your website 2 weeks ago. So she comes right to the point. This is what the letter is all about. I am frustrated. I have feelings of frustration in concern or regarding my order. So regarding here just means having to do with my order because my order was messed up. Therefore, I am feeling frustrated, and I would really like this situation to be resolved as soon as possible. She also says, I placed this order on your website 2 weeks ago. So here's the number. Look it up and find out what the problem is.
And you need that number. Remember, you always want to keep your order number in hand when you're writing or calling or talking to customer service. She says here, according to the tracking information provided, my package is still in transit. That's the most horrible message you can get if you look up your tracking information. I just did that this morning and I was like, in transit? What? It's been so long. Where could it be? So tracking information is the information you get from a company after you order and after the shipment goes out. They now have the ability, because of technology, to actually track that box or bag, if it's coming in a bag, and know where it is at any moment. But sometimes there isn't any information. It just says in transit. So you're kind of left guessing where it might be. If something's in transit, transit means moving from one place to another. Transit, transportation, kind of has a similar base or root to the word there. And she says it's in transit and I've yet to receive it. If you have yet to do something, it means it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't been done yet.
Right. In transit is somewhere between the time it was shipped and the time it's supposed to be received. It's out there lost somewhere. It's in transit. The word transit is also used to refer to rapid transit, like for the MRT here in Taiwan, Metropolitan Rapid Transit. That's what that stands for. That just refers to systems of transportation that move a lot of people quickly through cities. But here, the package is in transit. It hasn't really arrived anywhere, and she hasn't received it yet. This is unacceptable. This is a situation that I cannot accept, especially since I ordered these items as Christmas gifts. And of course, if you want to give people Christmas presents, they need to be ready by Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. It depends on when you want to give the presents. And if they do not arrive on time, you're going to have some disappointed children.
Oh, yeah, that's really hard. In fact, I was seeing some news about potential strike.
Oh, no.
At the ports. So that's hard when there's a delay in shipment or delivery, especially when you're dealing with kids and kids expect those things to be on time. So, yeah, I may need to cancel my order and find alternative presents elsewhere. Somewhere else is elsewhere. And that's probably what I would do if I were in that particular situation. So, yeah, it's always good to, write or call that company, make sure that they can do something that will help you, maybe even faster. And maybe it's a product that you could only get at a certain store or a certain country or a certain place. So it's kind of tough to have to deal with this stuff. Now we've got a response here. We've got, I'm sure, a nice young man, Michael Brown. Michael Brown works in customer service, and he's with the same company as Tracy was in day one. He also works for Tony's Toys. So let's see what Michael Brown has to say. Tom, what does he say here?
Well, he says, thank you for contacting us regarding order number 78342. Of course, this is the proper way to return a letter of complaint. Thank you for contacting us. We appreciate that. And we apologize for the delay in delivery and any inconvenience this may have caused you. So, yes, if you work in customer service, this is what you should say in your introductory paragraph. Thank you for letting us know about this problem, and we are sorry that this has happened. So we apologize for this. We are sorry for this, and we're sorry for the delay in delivery, that it hasn't gotten to you sooner. And we also apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you, especially if you're going to be feeling kind of embarrassed in front of your children because you don't have the presents to give them to say they came from Santa Claus because they simply haven't arrived in the mail yet. So we apologize for that. We are sorry this has happened to you.
Right. So what are you going to do? I think it's really important if you do work in customer service to always talk about how you're regretful this has happened, that you know it's an inconvenience that you've caused, and you hope that you can make things better for them. So Michael does say they contacted the shipping carrier, and they have informed us that due to the high volume of holiday season deliveries and a shortage of drivers, this happens every year, doesn't it? There have been some delays in their delivery schedule. Even though I know they order or they hire extra drivers every holiday season, they always seem to come up short. And some of those drivers, those poor guys, usually they're men because some of the boxes they're having to carry up to the doors are quite heavy. You know, you think about ordering a bike online, that a dad will have to put together. Those are heavy. So a lot of these guys do a lot of work. Now, when you use this word carrier, guys, it can be different things. Typically, I think of companies like FedEx and DHL, things like that. But it could also be a telephone company. What carrier do you use? A carrier is to take things from one place to another, right? It could be a person or it could be a company. But if I'm talking about a phone company, it's carrying the signal from my phone to whomever I'm talking to. It's going to their phone. So we do say carrier when we're talking about telephone companies as well. Who's your carrier?
It could be an airline as well, and it's also a radio signal that is modulated if you're working with radio signals, if you work in broadcasting or whatever, the signal is a carrier, but that's more of a technical term. We're talking about the company that actually ships products. As you said, it could be FedEx, it could be UPS or whatever. Those are various carriers. And this particular carrier has informed us that because of the high volume of holiday season deliveries and because of a shortage of drivers, there are some delays in delivery. Now, according to the latest update, the information that we have regarding your product, your package is expected to be delivered within the next 2 to 3 business days. So, of course, when you're writing a letter back to somebody who is complaining, you need to let them know when they can expect the package. Yes, it's going to be late. We're sorry about that. And here's what's going to happen. Your package will be delivered within the next 2 to 3 business days, which means it won't count the weekend.
Yeah, you can't count the weekend, guys. Remember that. Sometimes I mess that up and I count the weekend, but they assume, they're going to get some time off too.
Correct.
Everybody wants to have a weekend if they can get it. So if you do want a shipment to happen over the weekend, it will cost you big bucks. It'll cost you a lot of money. So here they say to make up for this inconvenience, we would like to offer you a 15% discount on your next purchase with us. I don't know. Every time they say, we'll try to make it right on your next purchase. I want to say, no, I want a discount now on this purchase. Because you guys mess this up, but rarely, if ever, do they ever do that. They don't refund money if they can't get around it. To make up for something means you do something nice to make up for something that went wrong. Maybe you were late to a party and you were supposed to bring a really important dish of food. Well, to make up for that, you might on your way over, call for a delivery service to deliver a dish of food because you're going to be late. So to make up for just means you do something nice as a replacement for something that went wrong.
To compensate you for this inconvenience, to make it up to you, or to make up for this inconvenience, yes, we're going to offer you a 15% discount on your next purchase with us, which sounds good, but still, I'd like to have the product now.
I know.
And I'd like to have a discount right now. I don't know when I'm going to order from you again.
Well, you were late. Who knows if I'll ever want to order from you again.
Exactly, right. So they need some retribution right now. They need something that they can sink their teeth into and they can, have in their hands right now.
Yeah.
And then, of course, here Michael Brown goes on to say, please use the code HOLIDAY15 at checkout. So here's the code that you need to use when you buy something in the future. And then if you use that code, then we'll know that you're going to get that 15% discount, and that's what we're going to offer to you to make up for this inconvenience, to make it up to you, to compensate you for this inconvenience.
We also would use a different form of this phrase. I want to make it up to you. I want to make it up to you. Remember that. Maybe you were invited to a party and you can't go. And you say to your friend, I want to make it up to you. Hey, the next time I have a party, I'm going to make sure that you are definitely there. You won't have to bring anything. You just show up. So sometimes when you fall down on a promise or you disappoint a friend or a family member or even your boss, it's good to try to make it up to them. Maybe there is an evening when your boss really needs you to stay and work overtime, but you just can't because maybe your son or daughter has a soccer game, a championship baseball game, who knows what you have, but you just can't stay late that night. To make up for it, you might have to come in or you might offer to come in early the next morning to make it up to the boss or make it up to the company you work for. So we use that as another form of this phrase. It's a similar idea.
If you're talking about the problem or the situation, you make up for that. But if you're talking to the person, then you make it up to them. And in this particular case, they're trying to make it up to Sarah here for messing up their order. And here's what Michael Brown says at the very end of his letter. He says, once again, we apologize for this situation and appreciate your patience and understanding. Okay, so this is probably what they're supposed to say at the end of every letter. Of course, they can't say, we really don't care if you receive the package or not because we've got 500 orders to take care of and everybody's calling us names and they're being rude to us. No, they can't come out and say that. You still need to act like you're still very civil and very polite, and you have to say, we apologize for this problem, for this situation. We're very sorry about it, and we appreciate your patience. We're thankful that you're patient. Of course, you could be impatient with us. You could be upset with us. We could totally understand that, but we appreciate and we're thankful for your patience, and we're thankful for your understanding. Thank you for being nice to us, even though you have every right to be angry.
Right. Now, if you're working for a company, especially for a larger company, you're going to have something called a form letter, F-O-R-M, form letter. And so you'll just take some of the pieces of information that you get from the letter of complaint and just plug it in or put it into your form letter. These people in customer service aren't typing these letters every single time from scratch, which means they start from the beginning. So this is probably a nice form letter that they have within that department. And so he just plugs in the order number and tries to respond to some of the information. Why did they get the complaint? Well, the shipping carrier was delayed and the package is in transit. So they kind of fill in the form letter and then they send it off and they see what happens at that point. And at that point, as a customer, you get to decide what you want to do. I don't think there's much choice you have here because if the package is in transit, it's not like the company, can just automatically make it appear the next day. You're going to have to wait for wherever that package is. I have contacted companies, Tom, and said, it says it's in transit. I have no idea where that is. What does that mean? Sometimes a package will come from the U.S. to Taiwan, and it gets stuck with a local carrier, but I don't know which one. And the one in the U.S. doesn't know either because the names are in Chinese and they can't figure that out. So I'm stuck. I don't know where it is, and I can't call and go, is it in Taoyuan, or where is it? Is it somewhere close? Can I go pick it up? So sometimes it can be frustrating, but always remember, use honey, nice words, not vinegar, mean and bitter words, and you'll usually get really good customer service.
Yeah, this seems to happen to you more often than me. You order a lot of things from overseas. I almost never do.
Yeah.
The only thing I order online is ebooks from Amazon. And of course, those are delivered electronically. I don't have to wait for a package in the mail. Gee, when's the last time I actually ordered a package? I don't really remember.
Yeah.
But in any case, here's how he wraps it up. We're sorry for this situation. We appreciate your patience and understanding. If you have any further questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact us. And again, this is kind of like a form letter. This is basically what they have to say. And most people reading this will probably not really pay attention to this because that's what they say every time. Best regards, Michael Brown, Customer Service Representative, Tony's Toys. I wonder if Sarah is going to order from them again. I'm not sure if they handled the situation as well as they could have, but that brings us to the end of our explanation. Let's listen now to our Chinese teacher.
听众朋友大家好，我是安娜。我们昨天开始带大家看一下网购如果出错的话该怎么办呢？当然你可以直接打电话做客户抱怨啦，不过我们常常也会使用一些电子的平台，比如说我就寄个 email 啊，或者是什么真人客服啊什么之类交谈的。好，我们今天来看一下，如果我们是写 email 用邮件的方式来写的话，大概会注意哪些东西呢？比如说在 email 这个下标题 subject 这个地方就很重要，因为看到标题之后才会知道到底是什么样的状况，那可能是会归给哪一些客服来处理。所以在一开始的这个我们第一天上面的我们的客户端这个地方的抱怨信，我们的 subject 主题就直接先给订单号码，这是一个非常厉害的而且非常棒的一种处理方式。只要是订单号码看到之后，这个破折号后面是 delayed delivery， 也就是被延迟的递送。原来订单号码是这个，然后客诉抱怨的主题是什么呢？就是因为太晚到了，配送延迟，所以这两个重点一定要放在 subject 主旨的地方。那当然信件嘛，一开始一定会有个这个称谓啊 Dear 谁谁谁啊，那你不知道是谁，总而言之是客服，你可以说 Dear Customer Service。 好，所以一开始呢就要先告诉对方我写这封信的目的是什么。所以在第一段的第一句看到 I'm writing to express my frustration， 我要表达一下我觉得很沮丧。什么原因啊？ Regarding about 其实有关于有一个 order 这个订单号码，那个看的井字号啊其实就是号码的意思。那这个订单号码如何呢？逗点之后再补充说明一下，补充说明的关系子句汇聚到句尾啊，原来是2个礼拜前就已经在网站订购了啊，可是因为 tracking information 我已经有看到了，我的包裹居然还在运送当中。在第二句中间逗点前面有一个双引号的 in transit， 这个就是配送中。那这个客户的抱怨呢很特别，因为配送中他还用这个双引号，有时候双引号它会有一些言外之意，它有时候会有一点点强调啦，或有一点点讽刺的意思。这个包裹居然还在配送中，而且我真的还没拿到后面的 yet 可以把它圈起来， yet 就是还没的意思。好，那当然这个抱怨一定就是说我不能够接受这样的事嘛，所以第三句就提到说我为什么不能接受这么晚还没到呢？中间有一个连接词叫 since，在这里就不是表示时间它在这里表示的是 because， 尤其特别是因为这个东西啊 items 这些东西一样商品 one item 这些东西是我圣诞节礼物所以到了第二段，好，那这个状况到底要如何？我请求客服要帮我做到什么事？我的请求在第二段，第一，你要帮我查查看到底发生什么事情了，查查看 look into something，看到细节。好，那重点是它到底什么时候到啊？后面同样这句话，第二段第一句最后面的 accurate 形容词指的是精准的，精准的到底什么时候会到？ delivery date 几月几号它才会到呢？而且第二句其实也说明为什么，因为既然是圣诞节礼物，圣诞节前没办法送到，我就要取消订单咯。所以第二句话就说明 I have to cancel my order，假设真的没有办法到的话，我要赶快买别的东西。好，那当然最后就来个 sincerely， 再签个名咯。那我们接着就看一下客服会怎么样的回复呢？那这个回复我们也先看一下主旨，看到 read 就表示 reply 就是回复，但是回复之后的破折号呢，这个客服就改了，并不是 delivery 这个 is delayed， 而是 delivery update， 我们要更新一下 配送的状况。好，到底是如何呢？当然客服都是很客气啦，一开始第一段呢都一定要谢谢你来电谢谢你呢电邮致电我们，谢谢你跟我们联络。接着第二句同理啦，道歉啦，这客服一定会做的。所以我们在第二句话的时候看到一个动词的 apologize for something， 这很正常我们先抱歉。在这样子一个同理抱歉之后，第二段接下来进入正题咯。好，一定是调查情况如何嘛。第二段第一句 We have contacted， 我们已经联络了配送公司。你看配送公司这两个字，所谓的出货叫做 shipping， 在商业当中的出货 shipping。那公司它没有用 company， 它用的是 carrier， shipping carrier， 因为 carry 就有携带运送的意思，所以在这里的配送公司是 shipping carrier。 那重点就是因为 holiday season 的关系嘛，所以东西的量真的很多，那个量就像音量的量一样，后面出现的那个 V 开头的 volume 就可以特别把它圈起来。那因为司机又不够，然后大家也要放假轮班，这个东西又多，就是会造成 delay。 所以后面呢，我同样这一句话看到的 a shortage of something， shortage 是短缺，现在看到司机短缺，司机不够 a shortage of drivers， 钱不够用 a shortage of money， 水不够用 a shortage of water， a shortage of something。 所以到底该怎么办呢？接下来的第三段也要进入正题咯。所以根据最新的更新这个最新的注意不是 new而是到现在离现在最近的是 the latest。 所以第三段的第一句 the latest update 要特别把它画出来。好，不过这客服真的没有办法给几月几号会到，所以他说基本上呢就是大概在2-3个工作天。同样这句话最后面的那个工作天不是什么 work day 他用 business day 就表示有营业有在配送的这些日子。那当然下一次如果订送的这个再订东西的话，我们还是会给 discount 啦。好，最后结尾就是说真的很感谢真的耐心理解不过最后一段的感谢就没有用 thank 他用的是 appreciate， 在第四段第一句的地方 appreciate， 注意后面不能加人，只能加事情appreciate something， appreciate your patience and understanding。 经过今天这样的讲解，希望大家对于这个 email 的使用还有这个客户抱怨更为了解了。我是安娜，我们下次见。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's go on to our discussion questions, okay? Regarding the situation, in your opinion, did Tony's toys handle the situation well? What did they do right? And what could they have done differently?
Well, I thought Tracy handled the situation better with Joey, the toy dinosaur that wasn't delivered. Instead, it was a puppy, a stuffed puppy. I thought she did better because I thought the offer she gave him was much better than just, this offer of on the delayed delivery. It was like, well, we're sorry, it'll be there in 2 or 3 days. And hey, on your next order, when you want to buy something from us, we'll give you this tiny little discount, 15%. I think that could have gone better, but I don't know. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, it did sound a little bit like peanuts there, but I must say that Joey's order sounded so much cuter because it was for the toy dinosaur, and he got the toy puppy instead.
Yeah.
So it sounded a lot cuter, and of course, Tracy handled that situation better. I also have a close friend whose name is Tracy, so of course, I like this conversation much better. I'm biased in that regard.
Yes.
But here, Sarah did not really express exactly what it is she ordered for her Christmas presents. It doesn't really matter. It shouldn't matter. But as we both sort of agreed here, giving her 15% off on her next order just seems kind of like peanuts, okay? It's like, we don't really care. We'll give you a discount in the future, and we'll try to get your package to you as soon as we can. But they didn't really seem like they were too concerned about Sarah's inconvenience.
Yeah, peanuts, just so you know, just means nothing, like worth nothing. So kind of disappointing. But, the form letter is very unemotional from Sarah to begin with. Maybe if she'd put something about, oh, my kids, my little 5-year-old and 7-year-old, they're not going to get their gifts from Santa. Maybe they would have gotten a better offer from Mr. Michael Brown. We don't know. So it's interesting. Now, the second question is, if you were Sarah, Tom, would you consider purchasing from Tony's Toys again in the future?
Well, probably not, but again, in a lot of different kinds of situations, they might be the only ones who have what it is I want,
I know.
And you have really no choice but to order from them again, and maybe give them a second chance and see if they get the order right the next time. But if they screw up again, if they mess up your order again, then it's time to look for a different toy company. It's kind of interesting here, though, that both of these situations involved Tony's Toys, and one customer service representative seemed to handle it better than the other one. And that does sort of happen sometimes because they have all sorts of different customer service representatives working for the same company. So you never know the kind of person you're going to get, but we wish you the best of luck the next time you order something online. And that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. Thank you so much for joining us. And make sure you join us again for another edition of our program in the future. And if you can't wait that long, you can always check out our content on YouTube and Facebook. And also, we wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, which is coming up rather quickly. So make your preparations now. Again, from all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
And I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye.